The following program is being sponsored by Hibernation Apparel. Please see the link in the description to show your support.
The following presentation is a production of Reunion Media Group. Please see the show description for the link and please support our show sponsors.
Welcome to Soul Cafe Radio. You are listening to From the Heart, a daily podcast designed to inspire, encourage, and educate the people of God. And now here's your host, the Wordmaster.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whenever you're listening. You're tuned into Soul Cafe Studios from the Heart Podcast. I'm your host, the Wordmaster. On today's presentation, we are continuing our series looking at the Mount of Blessing sermon, the Beatitudes. Our topic is Blessed are, and we are up to Blessed are those who hunger and thirst after righteousness. And so, if you're following along, that's verse 6 of Matthew chapter 5. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Again, as we've said in the prior presentations, we are not looking at so much physical applications, but spiritual lessons. And here, this hunger and this thirst, as we said in the previous presentation, as we continue the relationship with Christ and God, we know what it is to hunger and thirst after righteousness. We know what it is to long to be better and to be different than we are. And so we constantly do what Jesus said to do in John chapter 6, which the majority, because they were carnal, didn't understand when he said to eat my flesh and drink my blood, because it represents the word. And the words I speak to you, he says, they are spirit and they are life. How many of us today are hungering and thirsting for righteousness? How many of us are shunning the things of this world because we can? Because we have been empowered to. How many of us are choosing to be like Joseph and flee from fornication? How many of us, like Moses, are choosing to suffer persecution with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season? How many of us, like Esther, know that we've come to the kingdom for such a time as this? My friends, as we look out at the landscape of Christianity, not too many people in 2024 are hungry and thirsting for righteousness. Let's be honest. They rather be satisfied with the husk of this world. They are content with living lavish lifestyles, mansions and fame and fortune and so on, and their souls go languishing. But you see, my friends, if you continue to keep your eyes fixed on Jesus, that work of righteousness will not cease until his character is formed within you. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. What did Jesus say to the Samaritan woman that we talked about the other day? I am the living water. If anyone drinks of me, they shall never thirst. You see, my beloved, in this natural life, we go after many water brooks. We go chasing all types of bread that does not satisfy, water that doesn't quench the soul. And here, Jesus is saying that there is a hunger and a thirst that will be satisfied. And that is a hunger and a thirst for righteousness. Again, from my heart to yours as our takeaway. What are you hungering for? Is it to feast on the things of this world? Do you remember the flesh pots of Egypt, the leeks and the melons, the fish? Do you desire to go back into the mire from whence you are cleansed? I hope and pray not. My friends, it is high time that we keep our gaze fixed on Jesus and not turn away, not for anything, because there is nothing in this world so precious, nothing in this world that deserves our gaze. As we start to wind down, I want to encourage you, my beloved, to take these words at heart. All week we've been posting from our Soul Cafe page the Power Manual, and more so now than ever in this episode, I want to highlight that page on the Soul Cafe website. There, you will be able to download a PDF that is called Your Power Manual. It's the PDF from the larger page, which is indeed called Your Power Manual. And there you have lots of resources, lots of scripture, lots of encouragement on how to live in victory every day, how to truly hunger and thirst for righteousness. If you won't lose out on heaven, my friends, then the way to do it, way to make sure, is by constant connection with the source. And I tell you, my beloved, he will feed you with something awesome. He will cause you to drink from the living fountains, my beloved, and you'll never, ever again thirst for the waters of this world. May God bless you super abundantly until next.
The preceding has been a presentation